Cities. They are where we work, play, and increasingly where we live. By the time today's college students bring their kids to school, the world's population will approach 9 billion people, and about 2/3, some 6 billion, will live in urban areas. Today's cities cover 2% of the planet's land mass, but emit 70% of its greenhouse gases. So how will tomorrow's cities build and breathe sustainably? The success of the Paris Climate Pledge, which aims to limit global warming to 2 degrees Celsius, shows the world is beginning to come together. But faced with sprawling cities, teeming traffic, growing demands for water, food, energy, there's a lot to do, especially if we're going to do it equitably. We love our cities, and we want the benefits that come with city life. But the race is on to innovate, invent the future, and move the planet forward.
Please join me in welcoming the director of the GW School of Media and Public Affairs and Planet Forward founder, Frank Sesno.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a little early, isn't it? We like getting up this early, don't we? Yes. Welcome to Planet Forward Summit 16. We've got an amazing day for you, and I'm really, really excited and thrilled to have you all here. Over the course of the day, these seats are going to be filled and coming and going. We have something like 450 people who have registered for this event here. So I'm delighted that you're the early birds and you're going to get to see and hear us as we launch. We are going to hear from an incredibly diverse group of people today. We've got mayors and CEOs, and we've got scientists, and we've got biologists, and we've got architects and designers, and we've got students. So could I just start with the students in the room? Could you raise your hand? That is awesome. And we have students from more than 40 colleges and universities across the country who have registered and who will be part of this today and tomorrow. Today is the summit. Tomorrow is a series of breakout sessions across the street. So a lot of what you'll be hearing today will be reinforced tomorrow. But can we just quickly pop around the room? Students, where are you guys from? Where students, raise your hand again. All right, where are you from? Jackson, Mississippi. Tougaloo College. Jackson State. Who else? Ohio State. Middlebury College. University of Florida. Vassar College. GW, all right. University of Maryland. University of Illinois. University of the South. Purdue. University of Minnesota. Iowa State. Northwestern. Arizona. We get everybody? That's tremendous. That's tremendous. And we're just getting warmed up here. So welcome. Now, your assignment, guys, all right, your assignment is to talk to as many people over the course of the day as you possibly can. People you don't know, people you haven't met. By the way, I told you CEOs and scientists and all. We have the godfather of biodiversity here. We have a farmer who's joined us from Minnesota, right? Who likes to eat? Okay? You want to meet Jerry Levite, Jerry Untied. Jerry, you farm what?
We farm fruits, vegetables, and a variety of commodity crops.
Fruits and vegetables. Okay, so he's our best friend. Today we're going to look into the future of our cities. Food, water, energy, the built environment, equity. How do we do this and move ourselves forward properly and fairly? Our cities are up against an awful lot of challenges, right? Population growth, urbanization around the world, climate change. So what we're going to be hearing here today are some of the ideas and innovations, the new things that will help move these cities forward, and how we tell those stories, because that's what we're about too. And your stories, people who've entered for the StoryFest prize, we had nearly 100 entries. At the end of the day, we'll give that prize. We're going to have our own little StoryFest idol, and we'll roll your stories in, and our prize winners will be going with us in the fall with Dan Reed and myself to New York, courtesy of our friends at UN Food and Agriculture Organization, to present your stories and your ideas to development officials from around the world. So we're very much looking forward to that. I want to thank some of our sponsors, because this wouldn't be happening without them. Lydia Botham and our friends from Land O'Lakes, who are the establishing funders for this. Lydia, thank you, Land O'Lakes. Right? If you like food, you like Land O'Lakes because you like butter and milk and all kinds of good things and all sorts of other things that they do. The Kavli Foundation invests in us for the communication of science. The National League of Cities, they're here and you'll be hearing from them shortly. Monsanto, UN Food and Agriculture Organization, where's Gabe? There's Gabe, right in the front row. So you'll be hearing from Gabe in a minute. Gensler, you'll be hearing from them later, with an amazing guy who is helping to design and build our future cities. And the Sustainability Collaborative here at GW. We also have a number of people from the Planet Forward Advisory Board. Could you guys raise your hands? All right, there's Bruce Brampton. Bruce is the former publisher of Scientific American. Quentin Wheeler, you'll be hearing from him. He's a scientist, as is Jim Beiser, a climate scientist. Where are our other board members? Lydia Botham from Land O'Lakes, Francesco Fiondella, who's from the International Research Institute at Columbia. Find these people, all right? You'll have some networking breaks. Find these people. They're here. They want to talk with you. They want to hear what your interests are. How many students in the room? Okay. How many of you are interested in a job someday? Okay. So I rest my case. Find these folks and get involved. We will have breaks for you to do that and for you to network throughout the day. We have one after the EPA Administrator, Gina McCarthy, this morning, so get together with her. Lunch, we will have designated seating where you'll be able to sit with a mayor or someone else and engage with them. We're going to give you a question to chew over along with your food at lunch. We'll have a reception following the end of the summit this afternoon, so you can do that. We have a video booth for you. We want you to go to our video booth. It's up on the second floor. You'll see signs for it. And we want you to answer a question. Stop in the video booth at some point and answer a question. What is one change or innovation you would like to see in the city you live in or in your favorite city that would make it more sustainable? And we'll get you all in front of the camera, and then we're going to play some of that back this afternoon. We'll put that together, and then we'll post it this afternoon. We want you to go on social media, help us trend. You can do a variety of things. Our hashtags are on the front of your program, PF Summit 16 and hashtag Planet Forward, FWD. If you, again, need a reminder, it's on the front of your program. We have our staff and students and volunteers. We've all got the green Planet Forward t-shirts. If you need anything over the course of the day, ask those guys. They've got all the answers, and if they don't, they'll find them for you. Your Wi-Fi instructions, you should be able to very easily do this. They're on the back of your name badge, but you'll see us that we're right here in this room, and you'll be able to go on and do your business there with that. We're going to be using this thing called Pigeonhole today. So Pigeonhole, we're a Planet Forward Summit. We're not going to give you gigantic paper, right, programs. So you have small paper programs. But if you go on to Pigeonhole, which is www.pigeonhole.at on your smartphones, and our password is simply Planet Forward. You will have your programs there. You'll have bios of all the speakers there. And you can put in questions there. And we'll be taking some of your questions from the floor, some of the questions through Pigeonhole. And you can see one another's questions, and you can vote on them. So then we'll see the most popular questions, and we'll do our best to put those to the folks we're talking to from Pigeonhole. Exits and restrooms are pretty self-explanatory. You know what they're for. Exits in the back. The restrooms are not on this floor. There are restrooms downstairs in the lobby of the basement, and there are restrooms upstairs on the second floor. So that's where you should be going. As I mentioned, I think the prize comes at the end of the day. That's when we'll give the StoryFest Award. Our StoryFest Award winners, as I said, will get a small cash prize. They will go to New York with us to present their ideas. There were finalists posted on the Planet Forward website. And we took two teams last year, as I said, to Rome. One team was from Purdue. One team, is Purdue here? Yes. Where's Purdue? Yay. All right. So you got a tough act to follow, guys. All right. And they presented their ideas in Rome. The other team was from GW. The Purdue had this thing called the PUP, which is this cool tractor that could be built very cheaply, very inexpensively, with sort of homemade parts. They put it together in Cameroon. That's where it all started. And they submitted a video, and they won. The other video was for a GW student who found an urban ag consultant who's helping people in the city grow stuff. We went to Rome, had a great time, shot a little video. I just want to share that for a couple minutes with you right here so you can see what it was like. Take a look.
Coming to Rome as a media maker was an incredible experience because I heard of many inventions, many innovations, many experiences from a bunch of different people who had just started getting their story out. And so it made me realize that there's so much for me to tell, there's so much for me to look into, to research, I really have a chance to make an impact.
To win the StoryFest award and then to go to Rome has been a really incredible experience. So it's been way more than what we honestly thought was possible.
I was able to explain what the PUP was and why that's important, but also more broadly show why storytelling is important for innovators like us.
The students both from Purdue and from George Washington came here to tell their stories, and it was really important that they tell their stories to some of the policymakers who do not often engage students or youth. So they showcased that although you can do technical work, there's really an important role about telling the story to be able to reach a diverse audience, and they did a fantastic job.
They did a fantastic job, I will tell you. It was great, and Gabe, we had a great time, and thank you. This is the guy who was famous in that video, so please talk to Gabe throughout the day. But guys, this is what we mean by the power of story, to reach and to teach, to give people information, to inform them and to inspire them, to grab public attention and organize and mobilize. And if we're going to do the kinds of things that we need to do on a planet with 9 billion people and not melt it to pieces, we need a lot of really great stories. Keep this in mind as we get started today. This is what I tell my students about storytelling. The best story, and if you think about them going back to ancient times and the Bible and the Quran and everything else, but what great story fundamentally is a compelling character trying to overcome obstacles to achieve a worthy outcome. Compelling character, overcoming obstacles to achieve a worthy outcome. Now you got a story. So keep that in your mind today as we're hearing all these things and as you participate. Just to make sure everybody's blood is flowing, let's start with a little trivial pursuit. Let's see how good you are at this, right? Cities. Our cities are growing. Who knows what the population of New York City is? 8 million. Who said that? 8 million. Where are you from? DC. Okay, fine. All right. How about Mexico City? 21. 20 million. Very good. How about Shanghai? No? 23 million. How about Delhi? 25 million. Mega cities. 25 million. Imagine a city 3 times the size of New York. This is what we're doing. We're building these mega cities. They are changing and they are growing. From millennials in this country to boomers, people are moving into the city. Washington is dotted with cranes. New York City prices are going through the roof. San Francisco, across the country. Other cities are very challenged. Other cities have lots of problems and things that they've got to overcome. What is the future of our cities?